This Traffic Tracker 2 is sponsored by Denny's. America's Diner is always open.
Join the Two on Your Side conversation. Become a Channel 2 fan on Facebook. Judged Best Newscast in New York State. Channel 2 News Daybreak starts now.
Good morning, everybody. A lot of kids and some adults on vacation today, but the weather taking no holiday.
And a community is coming to grips with the shocking death of a teen. Today is Monday, February 21st, 2011. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Daybreak. It is 6 o'clock this morning, and the winter weather has moved back into western New York, leaving plenty of snow on the ground for pretty much most of the area.
That is right. If you're like us and you're up here at 6 o'clock and there's no change in your schedule, we're here with you from 5 to 7 a.m. And fortunately, there's not as many cars on the roads. I mean, the schools are all off. We do have some cancellations in the southern tiers, so they're off now as well. Right. But at least the Mother Nature has not taken the holiday, as John said. Let's go ahead and look at Doppler. We do have the the warning and advisory that are going to remain in effect through the morning hours here, but things are really tapering off. I think we've seen the heaviest of the activity overnight. Most of those 6 to 8 inches are already on the ground, 3 to 6 in around the city of Buffalo and the burbs, and less as you go to the north. So we are seeing a lot less of a return on Doppler as we kind of zero in the central and southern Erie County. That is where we have some of the steadier activity or have seen it over the last hour or so. Hamburg, East Aurora was affected. Let's go slide right down the street level here. We're going to take you out to 5 corners where Lake and 20 and 277 all come together. Heather Lee is out there. What's it like right now, Heather?
Well, Andy, it's a light snow, but it is a steady snow. That little dose of spring that we saw last week replaced, obviously, by a little dose of winter weather out here. You can take a look at 5 corners, all 5 of them covered with snow right now. There's several inches on the ground. The plows and salt trucks have been out this morning, but there's still a nice covering to slow you down this morning. Definitely people here in the south towns and really all across the area are going to be doing some shoveling if they have the day off, and there is no doubt going to be some shoveling out in Chautauqua County. Let's go now to some video from Dunkirk. This was shot in the overnight into the early morning hours, and you can see the wind just blowing those snowflakes around. Even the seagulls getting caught into the swirl of wind over there. And again, it was just a very consistent snowfall, nothing too heavy, but over the course of several hours of all of that building up onto the roadways. No major problems on the roadways in the overnight hours. That, according to Orchard Park Police here in the South Towns and also State Police along the thruway. They say that there was some slipping and sliding going on in the 219, but again, some cars off the road, but no major accidents to report. Let's take a look at the roadways across the rest of Erie County and across western New York. The wind blowing the hair into my face, but hopefully the roads are looking a little bit better. Christy Witt, how are things looking?
Hey, good morning, Heather. Yeah, you said it. You can look at the video there that Heather was showing. The roads are not in great shape this morning, but good news is that with it being President's Day, a lot of that volume is off the roads with a lot of school and work closing today. So that is some good news, is that not as many people will be out on the roads today, so that should make your commute a little bit easier. Here's a look at what the roads look like right now. I'll take you on a little ride down the thruway. Here's a look at the 90 right at Portage and Niagara Falls there. You can tell it's definitely white. You can see the plows have been through there, but again, there is still some snow on the roads. Then here's a look at the 90 at the 400. Same is true there. That does not look great. You can tell that plows have been down there, and it is treated, but still not completely clear this morning. And lastly, here's a look at the 90 right at Camp, not too far from where Heather Lee is this morning. You can see the plows there have definitely been through. You can see a little more black than you could over at the 400 there. You can see pavement, but again, give yourself a little bit of extra time as you head into work today. But again, less drivers on the road, so it shouldn't be too bad. 644-2222 is that number to let me know about any traffic problems. John and Jody, over to you.
All right, Christy, thank you. Grief counselors will be on hand today in the Albion School District, Albion Central, to help students coping with the murder of one of their classmates.
The body of 15-year-old Catherine Sanchez was recovered Saturday after police say her 21-year-old brother-in-law admitted to killing her. Daybreak's Mary Friona is in our information center this morning with more on the investigation. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, John and Jody. Albion police found Catherine's body in a shallow grave in an apple orchard in Niagara County. Killed, police say, at the hands of her older sister's husband. Now, on Friday, police arrested and charged Catherine's 21-year-old brother-in-law, Carlos Cardenas, with her murder. Police tell us Cardenas admitted to killing Catherine at her East State Street home after he sexually assaulted her back on January 15th. The family then reported her missing a few days later. Albion's police chief, Dean London, says Cardina also confessed to moving the teenager's body to that apple orchard where he worked a few days after the murder. Police checked the area and found her body in that shallow grave on Saturday. As you can imagine, Catherine's sister is still in disbelief.
I was with him 3 years. I didn't think he was capable of doing that.
Police tell us Catherine's body was positively identified by her dental records. Cardenas, who you see there, is being held in the Orleans County Jail. He is scheduled to be back in court on Thursday, and Catherine's family said they waited several days to report her missing, thinking that she may have been at a friend's house. The police chief tells us there are many unanswered questions at this point, John and Jody, but that their investigation is obviously ongoing as they search for those answers.
Just upsetting details in that case. Mary Fiona reporting for us this morning. Mary, thank you.
Meantime, the family of a young woman who was found dead in a garbage tote continues their search for answers. The family of Amanda Winkowski was joined by Ellicott District Councilmember Darius Pridgeon yesterday as they went door to door through the neighborhood where she was found 2 years ago. This is the family continues to wait on results from a second private autopsy.
Well, this week will bring some big changes that will impact the future of the Sabres as Terry Pegula is expected to be officially named the team's owner. The official announcement of the sale is expected Tuesday. Two on Your Side has learned there will be an 11 a.m. press conference introducing Pegula here in Buffalo. This will be the first time that we hear from the billionaire. Pegula has been pretty quiet through the process of buying the team. Well, hockey was celebrated across Western New York this weekend, including in East Aurora, where some families took advantage of the original Winter Classic rink that was set up in the town. We're told the fact that the rink has such a tie to Sabres and NHL history has made it a big draw.
We are skating on a piece of history. As I said, when we wanted to put a pavilion-style roof over it, that was to keep the rain and the snow off it, so we wouldn't have any down days. But as you can see with the open sides here, we've kept it so the elements are there. You're still outside.
And we were out there as part of our Hockey Today special in Buffalo, and you can watch stories from that special right now in the top story section of WGRZ.com.
Well, sitting in the coveted front row at a hockey game does come with some hazards. Good thing there's that protective glass there. Oh, maybe not. Look at that. A pane of glass pops out after a check on the boards during yesterday's Penguins-Blackhawks game. Looks like the glass did hit some of the fans, but nobody was seriously hurt.
You cringe, though, when you see that.
Yeah, because you take it for granted that it's...
Exactly. You trust in that, and didn't work there. Well, for kids who are moved into foster care, often there isn't a lot of time to choose what to bring along to their new home.
And this morning, Daybreak's Kevin O'Neill introduces us to a group of great kids who are helping to make that transition a little bit easier.
Named after the farmer who donated his land to the town of Grand Island, this is William Kagabine School.
And it's here a unique effort is underway to brighten the day of kids going through a terrible time. It's called Bags Not Rags.
What Bags Not Rags is if you have any extra bags in your basement, you can bring them to Kagabine.
This is the Bags Not Rags website. It explains how children transported to a shelter or into foster care, sometimes with very short notice, will often have to use a garbage bag to carry their personal items. So Kagabine kids collected these gently used backpacks, totes, and name brand bags, all with the hope that the kids that receive them will, well...
They might feel like happy that they know that people are trying to help them.
It seemed like the whole school got on board. At least it did to the mom helping to coordinate the drive.
They were so excited. The phone calls that I was receiving asking where they can drop off and that their children were happy and they went through their things.
The totes and backpacks kept coming and the boxes kept getting filled. 50, 100, now over 150 bags have been collected. They're going to Child and Family Services in Erie and Niagara counties. Unlike other school drives, this is not kids asking for money from their family or from the community.
Children were asked to share what they have, but most importantly, in sharing, they were not receiving any tangible object, so it came from the heart, and I know they all felt wonderful.
Just ask Julia.
Makes me feel great.
Why?
Because I'm giving, and then you get this feeling inside that makes you really happy.
Congratulations to these great kids from Grand Island, celebrating Western New York's great kids every Monday on Channel 2. I'm Kevin O'Neill.
You know, it just took one student, one child to have that thought and to turn that into such a big effort on behalf of the whole school. Really nice.
They should all be very proud. Yeah. Did a good job with it. Mother Nature giving us a job this morning, the job of shoveling the snow.
Really? I've got a couple inches on the ground.
No. Let's go ahead and look at the advisory and the warning that's still in effect. Although the teeth of this storm has since passed us by, we still have some snow showers out there. These are the totals that you're likely to have outside your doorstep this morning. Most of it's already on the ground. 2 to 3 to the north, 3 to 6 in the mid-counties. That includes the city of Buffalo, and 6 to 8 in the southern tier. We're going to see things really taper off. Doppler, as we look at it this morning, poses not that much of a threat. It's going to start to blow around a little bit as we head into the afternoon. So if you are prone to drifting in your area, your driveway drifts over, you may have that type of situation happen today. As we kind of zero into the north, you can see north of the thruway, no problems there. A little bit further south, we still have steady snow at times in portions of central and southern Erie County, off into Genesee and Wyoming as well. And you can see a lot less activity. We did have some dark blues over there near Houghton, but that has kind of since quieted down. We're seeing the time-lapse continue to bring snow over the southern tier. Temperatures right now, the warmest part of the day, we're in the 20s, but now dropping into the teens as we speak. Still 25 in Bradford. The forecast today looks like this. We're going to see that temperature continue to drop and probably hold at about 18 this afternoon. Winds out of the northeast at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Looking for the nicest day, that would be Wednesday. Over the weekend, a lot to watch on TV. Of course, there was the Sabres, the Daytona 500. If you caught any of the NBA dunk competition, this was fantastic. It involved a choir, a guy in a car, and then a guy dunking. Well, take a look. You got to see this. Griffin from the LA Clippers, he brought a choir and a car, and there's his buddy. Alley-oop comes out of the car. He goes over the car for the two-hand jam. And Spike Lee loves that one. He walked away with the competition. There were a lot of good dunks. And that's the first time anyone's kind of gone up and over the car.
Look at that. Oh,
that is awesome. If you want to see that, I'm sure it's all over YouTube. Some other great dunks out there as well. He asked if there were any rules. They said, no, you can do what you want. So he backed the car up. Incidentally, he won that car for that dunk, too.
Put some thought into that one. That was quite a production.
So. Yeah, that is quite a dunk.
They canceled his insurance policy, but no. Good grief.
Thanks, Andy.
That's creative.
Coming up in this morning's Ways to Save, President's Day deals that will have you seeing green, not red.
And in 2 minutes, Republicans and Democrats continue to spar over the budget, prompting fears of a government shutdown. Stay with us. Daybreak will be right back.
They came to The Biggest Loser as families. And this Tuesday,
I really have to thank, especially my dad.
Will these parents make their greatest sacrifice for their kids?
If there's something I can do to keep him here, then that's what I'm going to do.
It's about being a mom and taking care of her kids. I love you.
If I can be half man that my dad is, I'll be one happy man.
New Biggest Loser couples, this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on NBC.
Rob Ray here with my buddy Bruce from Relax West Seneca. Brucey, there's a lot going on here.
We just got back from the auto show, and we are rolling out some fantastic deals.
I see the Civic is only $59. Is that a typo?
Nope. Now to the end of the month, you can lease her for $59 a month.
What about this new Accord? That's not new, Razor. That's one of hundreds of certified pre-owned vehicles we have here at Relax Honda. What's the difference? There is no difference. Just thousands less. For a full inventory of specials, come to 100 Orchard Park Road, West Seneca.
Attention Buffalo furniture shoppers. Crawford Furniture is holding the biggest President's Day sale of the year with a factory-authorized indoor tent sale. You save 50% off all their overstock solid wood American-made furniture. That's right, 50% off. Save half off a brand new dresser, nightstand, chest, or bed. Each of Crawford's stores have cleared space to display all the solid oak, maple, cherry, and ash overstock from their Jamestown factory. It's all brand new and ready to go at 50% off. Buy American-made at Crawford Furniture.
Well, the average high temperature up another notch to 35 degrees, half of our record high set back in 1997.
Free Flip Ultra HD video camera with Continental Tire purchase, only at Dunn Tire.
Right now, your Hyundai dealer is putting savings in motion on the 2011 Santa Fe. This extremely versatile and roomy SUV has been named a top safety pick. On top of that, it gets up to 28 miles per gallon. And now, to celebrate President's Day, you can get a special $299 lease or 0% APR on the Santa Fe, making the next move yours. To your local Hyundai dealer.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Here's a countdown of the top 3 stories happening outside of Western New York.
And number 3, fears of a possible government shutdown are looming in Washington this morning. It all has to do with the battle over next year's budget. Leaders of both parties say they are determined to avoid a shutdown, but neither seems to be willing to compromise either.
Number 2, at the protests spreading in Libya, leader Muammar Gaddafi's son took to the airwaves in a national TV address. He says reforms are coming, but only if protests stop, hinting an even more brutal crackdown if they don't.
And the number 1 story, protests are expected to continue at Wisconsin State Capitol today. They're angry over the governor's plan to effectively end collective bargaining rights for most public employees. This morning, we continue efforts to save you some money.
This long weekend, we're giving your wallet a vacation by keeping your President's Day as cheap as can be.
Money man Matt Granite has a roundup. He's been working all night on these, and he's joining us now with those deals. Hello, Matt.
Welcome back, John.
Thank you, Matt.
Happy President's Day, Jody. Good morning. Today, let's give your wallet the Oval Office treatment. No need to worry about rough driving conditions or going out. We are going to bring the deals directly to you. All covered, all waiting for you in one spot. Take a look. It really doesn't get much better than this. I have coupons to drop your prices even lower than what anyone else will be paying today. For one of my favorite sites, offers.com, you'll find coupons to exaggerate your savings. Starts with the best non-Black Friday discounts I've seen on appliances in 7 years. Also today, JCPenney has declared half off its entire stock of furniture. That's huge. Target, well, they've narrowed down their President's Day pricing to 5 items. My favorite is a 46-inch TV with great specs, down by $250. And of course, over at Overstock, with lots of folks focused on home improvement this long weekend, all sorts of deals singled out everything, including this hugely popular rain shower head down to $19, as well as discounts on everything from iPods to portable computing. Even big coupons from Macy's, Bloomingdale's, many of those other stores that you don't regularly shop at. Today, we have you covered. Just go to the Ways to Save section on WGRZ.com. And again, John, Jody, and Andy, I'm psyched about President's Day, and I'm an import. I don't even come for a place where presidents exist, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's right. You can say about Prime Minister's Day or whatever they have.
Yeah, and even with the exchange rate, Canadians can't compete. Today, go get them.
That's great. I love the retailers, and there's some good ones. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Working all night just for us.
Great to see you.
Yes, he is, even on the holiday. So,
yeah.
But there's always a deal to be had.
Oh, no doubt.
That man does not take a day off.
He doesn't.
Even the holidays. Hey, well, the weather machine was out in Iroquois. This was last week. We were out there, and it was really a warm reception. Take a look as we hopped out there. The
big crowd.
4th to 6th Iroquois Intermediate. Now, I always thought there was elementary or, high school, but this was the intermediate, the 4 to 6. 750 of them. And they were all wound up, ready to do some weather. And the teachers did a great job on Mrs. Verano's class, the principals. I mean, it was a red carpet treatment. Ken Palmer had the lighting and sound, a fantastic facility. They had tall ceilings in there, so we brought the big weather balloon. We blew it up,
fun.
Threw it out, and they bounced it around. You're going to see some of the kids are dressed up as different weather elements, too. Look at the sea of hands, all trying to touch that. And it is great to kind of bring the theory of science and turn it into reality, and when they can touch it and feel it, it certainly makes a difference. That's what happened to this young girl here as we kind of hit her with a blast of air, and the tornado as they see a vortex. What we teach them is that there's already a vortex in there, but then you have to add particulate or cloud or dirt in order to be able to see it. And the shocking experience here is we teach them about static electricity or lightning. Yeah, and you can almost see the St. Elmo's fire coming off his one finger. Then all of a sudden he realizes he has the power.
They go back for more.
As he looks at his finger. And then this is always a sign that if your hair stands up, or your hair on your arms, if you will, lightning may strike. Now, one of the younger girls out there, we interviewed him afterwards. Emily talked about why her class dressed up and how they did it. Take a listen.
We have compound words like snow angel, and then he has snow globe.
Yeah.
And then we just did compound words of snow words, and we just dressed up as it. This is meteorologist Emily Augustiniak signing off.
Very cute.
We did not prompt her. I must tell you that we walked up, had the kids together, and she goes, "Can I hold the mic?" And we handed her the mic. She started interviewing the rest of her class. She has a career in television.
I see that.
Emily is
Born in
good.
theater. Yeah. Great school. It was fun to be out there. We're going to give another weather word out today and see who's at the top of the list. Let's go and check our 5-day forecast as we run you through the numbers here this morning. The 20s will be a thing of the past. Once we head into the afternoon, we're already starting to see a few teens show up on the map. We're also going to get rid of the snow, too. Temperatures over the next couple of nights are going to be rather chilly. Some single digits coming our way, and then we're back up to 34 degrees. Wednesday is going to be the nicest day we have this week, and then after that, we do modify the overnight lows and temperatures on Thursday close to 40, but no really big warm-ups coming our way. 19 in Buffalo, but we do have some 20s in the southern tier. Same thing in some of the north towns. As we show you what's going on Doppler, you can see this area of snow coming through. Almost done with it. So we do have those advisories and warning, but that is going to come to an end this morning. I think we're done with the steady snow for the balance of the day. Focusing on our forecast today, it'll be breezy and cold. It's not going to warm up. As a matter of fact, it gets a little colder. Winds are going to be, again, not quite windy, but they'll be breezy. And you can see the snow exiting the region throughout the day today. Plenty of clouds remain. We may get a little snow near the New York PA line, but it'll only be a touch. I think flurries will suffice. And then tomorrow we're hoping to clear the skies a bit, get us a little bit of sunshine on Tuesday. But Wednesday is the day where I think we're going to offer up a little bit more in the way of clear skies, and that'll allow the temperatures to get back to 32. Winds are going to turn southerly rather than northerly on Wednesday as well. But tomorrow certainly is going to be a chilly one, but at least we'll be precipitation free. 7-day forecast, not a big warm up in there. We do remain close to 40 on Thursday. That's the best we can do before the 20s come back over the weekend. Weather word out there today is going to be warning, because we do have that in effect. And a warning is different than a watch in that it means something is happening now. A watch means that there is the potential. And you can see there was a lot of voting over the weekend. Not a lot of places trading over the weekend, but Ellicott moving up a few, still a tight race there, and also some changes in our top 20. Coming to the end of this one, I think there's about a week and change of voting left.
And this is a big week because a lot of kids off, so.
Exactly.
You still vote, though.
You got it.
Yeah. All right, Andy, thanks. Still ahead on Daybreak, if you have pain in the knees, we'll tell you about a simple solution to take the strain off.
And we're testing out another product, birthday candles with their own unique flair.
And it's that time of the day where being second is sure to pay off. We're talking about the Second Chance Lottery, and right now, we need Susan Ortolano from Buffalo to call us at 849-2200 within the next 22 minutes. And if you do, Susan, you win 20-minute to win an instant lottery tickets and a gift certificate from Tim Hortons. That's all thanks to Daybreak's Second Chance Lottery Contest.
Channel 2 weather is sponsored by Delta Sonic Car Wash. Try a winter wash with Salt Guard today.
Carl Camardo,
Well, hello.
hiring manager. Now, I have so many questions about Geico. I've heard it's just the greatest place to work. No one else is hiring but you are. Why?
Growth, plain and simple growth. Geico is the fastest growing insurance company. The Buffalo office is hiring like crazy.
Now, what would you say your employees think the best part of working at Geico is?
Opportunity for the advancement, opportunity to grow, and the stability.
Looking for a career? Go to geico.jobs and fill out an application today.
Want a great deal on a new Silverado in February? Joe Basil's got them.
Take up to $13,000 off brand new 2011 Silverado extended cabs. $13,000 off MSRP on over 353 available Silverados. Joe Basil Chevrolet has a great selection to choose from. LS to LTZ, 4-wheel and 2-wheel drive extended cab models starting at $14,065.
Joe Basil Chevrolet will beat any competitor's deal. So don't wait. Hurry in now. Joe Basil Chevrolet, Transit Road, Lancaster.
There's nothing like summer in Western New York, and it's even better on the water. Make the most of our beautiful days, whether it's an afternoon of fishing, a cruise on the lake, extreme sports, or just being with family and friends. You'll make memories that will last a lifetime. Boating in Western New York. Come and see what all the fun is about. The 2011 Boat Show at the Buffalo Bills Fieldhouse this Wednesday through Sunday. Visit buffaloboating.com for more info and see you at the show.
At Toyota, we believe in constant improvement. That's why we're famous for making cars just like everyone else, only better.
Another bad report card.
I hate school.
We grounded you, got tutors.
You think I want to fail?
I should have done this before.
Huntington Learning Center.
My son is struggling in school.
You made the right call. We get to the heart of the problem and then construct a program that will build his skills, confidence, and motivation. He will really improve. You'll see.
Call Huntington Learning Center today at 400-0222. The sooner you call, the sooner your child can learn.
Get ready for Easter early and save at the Golden Ham store in Orchard Park. This mouth-watering deal lets you enjoy a $25 certificate good for your Easter ham or any product for only $12. It's a limited time offer, so go to hugedailydeal.com now.
Well, welcome back. So you're an American history buff, because even if you're not, our own Kevin O'Neill's got you covered.
Yes, he does. He's celebrating Western New York from Buffalo City Hall this morning. Kevin, what are you up to?
I love presidential trivia. Actually, CNN.com has a little, how well do you know President's Day trivia today? I got 8 out of 10 right, but there's one I got wrong. There are 2 countries in the world that celebrate President's Day. United States is one of them, and Botswana is the other one in Africa. So happy President's Day, Botswana, whenever you have it. So I thought today I'd just ask some fun trivia questions. And of course, since Western New York has a strong connection to 2 or 3 presidents, and then other connections to like 2 or 3 more, I thought I'd celebrate Western New York and give some fun presidential trivia at the same time. So that's coming up next half hour. Happy President's Day from City Hall.
Yeah, that's a really neat fact about Botswana. Who knew?
Can't believe you missed that one.
All right, I'll see you.
Just kidding.
Brush up, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Well, videos posted online highlighting self-injury behaviors may be harmful to kids. That's according to a new study.
Researchers in Canada looked at 100 of the most popular videos on YouTube and found millions of viewers rated many of those self-injury videos favorably. They say the videos may promote such behavior among youth, which can increase the risk for social and psychiatric problems, and in some cases, suicidal thoughts.
The easiest way to relieve pain in the knees, lose weight. That's what researchers at Penn State found after studying 24 adults who underwent bariatric surgery. They all had evidence of arthritis in their knees. The patients lost an average of 57 pounds and all experienced some improvement in their knee pain. Andy's forecast and a check on the road from Traffic Tracker 2 coming up next.
And still ahead on Daybreak, a baby is a living miracle following a life-saving operation. That story is coming up at 6:35.
And we'll say good morning to our Facebook friend of the day. This is Deborah LaValle. Right now it's 6:26. You're watching Daybreak on Channel 2.
Daybreak's Friend of the Day is sponsored by Ficta, Endel, and Ilmer Eye Care. Focused on you.
Drive off today with your next deal from Transit Town USA. From the South Towns to the North Towns. Get into a Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Hyundai, Kia, Mitsubishi, or pre-owned vehicle that fits your needs and budget. Check out your next vehicle online. TransitTownUSA.com.
The President's Sale at City Mattress. Save 30% on 30 of the best mattress names in the industry. Plus, with free delivery and our 90-night comfort guarantee, there is no reason not to buy today. Now through Tuesday, only at City Mattress.
Hi, I'm Maria at Westermeyer Martin Dental Care with Dr. Jeff Martin.
Today, with all the advancements in dental implants, we can offer our patients this life-changing alternative to missing teeth, to old-fashioned and sometimes embarrassing dentures.
Call or visit our website for a calendar of our upcoming implant seminars. And I promise you, you're going to love your Westermeyer Martin smile.
Want to make meals more fun? Add Hormel Pepperoni Minis. Great flavor, good fun. Hormel, life better served.
It's Paddock Chevrolet's 76th anniversary sale. That means no money down leases, auto show bonus cash, and guaranteed trade allowance up to 10 grand on your 10-year-old or newer trade as long as you can drive it in. With your guaranteed trade and nothing down, lease a brand new Cruze starting at only $89 a month or a brand new Malibu starting at $109 a month. GM employees and family members, you qualify and you'll save even more. See PaddockChevrolet.com for details.
I'd like to personally invite you to our 76th anniversary sale where you'll find the best price and the best selection of new Chevrolets anywhere.
Concentrate.
Prana sleep.
Meditate. Quiet the mind.
Dream sleep.
Prana sleep.
West-Her is by far the largest volume Ford Lincoln dealer in the state. Oh! Did I tell you? Now get an incredible lease during lease month. Right now, lease a new 2011 Ford Fusion SE for just $117 a month. Lease a new 2011 Ford F-150 four-wheel drive Super Cab XLT for $289. See more great lease specials now during Ford's lease month at westherford.com and West Herr Ford in Hamburg and West Herr Ford Lincoln in Amherst.
Welcome to West Herr, New York.
Judge Best Newscast in New York State. Channel 2 News Daybreak starts now.
Good morning. The Albion School District is helping students reeling from the death of one of their classmates.
And a medical miracle, a baby not given a chance to live past day one is surprising doctors with his success. It's Monday, February 21st, 2011.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Daybreak. Coming up on 6:30 this morning, the snow has fallen in western New York, continues to come down in some spots, and it's made a mess of the roads.
Yes, it has, and I don't think, with the lower volume, not a lot of kids going to school at all, and some folks staying home. I don't know that they're plowing as quick as they might on other days, but the roads are a little sloppy. Let's look at what we have in effect, the advisory and the warning, which will likely end up dropping here this morning because we'll not see much snow for the remainder of the day. Those are totals that are on the ground now, and it looks like we'll add a little bit to the southern tier, but not much more than what you have already. Here you can go as we look at Doppler. You can see the light blue on the screen. That's a lot better than those darker hues that were really some heavy snow overnight. As we zero into central Erie County, this is where we're still seeing some of the snow. And even if it's not coming down that hard, it's still blowing around a bit as we have some gusty northerly winds. Let's go street level right down to Five Corners. That's where Orchard Park meets Southwestern and Lake. They all come together there. And Heather Lee is there live. She's been there this morning. Not a lot of traffic behind you, but how are things going along on the roads?
Yeah, a lot of people taking the day off. They definitely won't have the day off from shoveling, Andy. The snow has been steady, pretty consistent all morning long. You can see the roads over here, very, very slushy. A little bit tricky this morning. Going to slow you down a bit, but nothing too bad in terms of the roadways throughout the area. Police say not many accidents to report. And again, fewer cars out on the roadway. Over in Chautauqua County in the overnight hours, the snow falling steadily in the Dunkirk area. Birds getting kind of sucked up into that wind and into that snow, just swirling around out there. And definitely once you clear the sidewalks and once you clear the streets, the wind kind of throwing some of that back out onto the roadways. I spoke with state police along the thruway just a few minutes ago. They tell me they have one car off the road on the 90, sort of in the Eden area. Things a little bit tricky over there, and a minor property damage accident on the 90, sort of near the 400. But for the most part, not a lot of troubles. But Christy Witt, she's been keeping an eye on the roadways throughout western New York. Let's head on inside, and I believe you've got an accident over on the 90 near the 190, Christy?
Correct, Heather, that's right. It's on the 90 westbound right before the 190 split. There's been an accident there, and the right-hand lane is closed off while crews there try to get it out of the way. Here's a look at what that looks like right now. It isn't really causing too much backup, but again, it's because volume is so light right now. Again, it's on the 90 westbound right before the 190 split. And moving on to some of the other majors this morning, here is a look at the 290 right at Main. It'll switch there in a second. There we go, the 290 right at Main. Volume there is picking up, and you can tell there is some snow on the roads there. They have been salted, but just slow down this morning. Don't want to get in any accidents. And lastly, here's a look at the 33. This is right at Pine Ridge. Volume there is picking up this morning as well. Today is definitely a good day, though. If you have off from work or school today, be glad. Today's a day that would be a rough commute if you do have to make it. 644-2222 is that number to let me know about any traffic problems that you might be having. John and Jody, over to you.
All right, Christy, thanks. Students within the Albion School District will be able to speak with grief counselors today as they try to come to terms with the murder of a classmate.
The body of 15-year-old Catherine Sanchez was recovered by police Saturday. On Friday, police arrested and charged Catherine's 21-year-old brother-in-law, Carlos Cardenas, with her murder. Police tell us Catherine's body was found Saturday morning, buried in a shallow grave in an apple orchard on Howlett Road in Ridgeway, where Cardenas worked. Chief Dean London says Cardenas admitted to killing Catherine at her East State Street home after he sexually assaulted her back on January 15th. Her family reported her missing several days later. Cardenas also told police that he hid her body in the basement of the family's home before moving it to the orchard. Although an arrest has been made, police say there are plenty of questions that still need to be answered.
We're still investigating this matter. There's still things that we need to do for the case. So, we're trying to give you information. We're trying to let you know as much as we can let you know. There's still things that we are investigating.
Police say the medical examiner was able to confirm the girl's identity through dental records. They also say that she appeared to be asphyxiated. Cardenas remains at the Orleans County Jail this morning. He's due in court on Thursday. And as for those grief counselors, they will be on hand at Albion schools today for those who need them. We're told they will also be there tomorrow.
We should know very soon which local Republican will be running for Chris Lee's now vacant 26th congressional district seat. The Republican Party chairs for the 7 counties in the district got together yesterday with potential GOP candidates. They're hoping to select a candidate by today.
What I'm going to offer the 26th district is to get our country out of the free trade agreements and the World Trade Organization so we can put Americans back to work.
It was a rigorous interview. I mean, there were a lot of questions, a lot of very pointed questions, and I think it's important to go through this process, and I appreciate the fact that I had the opportunity to participate.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to impact the direction of the country, even in a small way.
Local Democratic leaders have been talking with party officials in Washington, and Erie County Clerk Kathy Hochul is mentioned as a prominent potential candidate as well.
Well, this morning, we have the story of a Grand Island family. A couple told their son was going to die the very day that he was born.
But sometimes, somehow, the odds are overcome. But it's not easy. Daybreak's Mary Friona shares Joseph's journey.
He was 8 pounds and, by all accounts, a healthy, bouncing baby boy. But just hours into his life, there was a problem with baby Joseph. His pediatrician was very concerned.
He noticed he was a bit blue and oxygen wasn't helping him, and the nurses in the nursery at Sisters Hospital had also noticed he was a bit blue. They came to tell us that, you know, the prognosis wasn't good. So he had something called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which is something we'd never heard of.
Joseph was born with only half a heart. The left side of his heart was basically non-existent.
It was the scariest thing in the world. Most children born with this type of heart defect do not fare very well, and we were actually told we were going to lose Joseph that day that he was born.
But they didn't. Mom Siobhan Pawalchuk says medical technology, love, and prayer saved her baby, but the future was uncertain.
He was about 24 hours old and he had a heart catheterization.
The family met with a cardiologist, agreed on a 3-stage surgery to save little Joseph. They headed to Rochester and Golisano's Children's Hospital at Strong Memorial. Joseph would need surgery at 6 days old and 6 months old.
Handing over a 6-day-old baby was very difficult, but I must say handing over a 6-month-old baby for his next surgery was more difficult because we'd grown to know and love this child. At 6 days old, we didn't know him. He was just a dream. At 6 months old, that was really hard.
Joseph had his 3rd surgery at 4 years old. 5 weeks in the hospital, the Pawalchuks were ready to face whatever came their way.
I said God needs his angels too. And whatever God's will would be, it would be, you know, so... And I can say 6 years later, thank God we did what we did, you know, and gave him the chance to be a perfect little boy.
Today, his gorgeous blue eyes, warm smile, and curious behavior are that of any other 6-year-old boy, full of life. He doesn't often look at pictures of his hospital time, but when he does, he is captivated. Now, a big brother to 3 siblings, Joseph is doing great.
But he is as fixed as he can be for now, and, you know, nobody can tell us what the prognosis will be for the future. We're just hoping he stays as healthy as he is.
And Siobhan is now putting her experience to work in order to help others. She started a local support group called Mended Little Hearts of Western New York.
But I just want people to know that getting a diagnosis of your child having a congenital heart defect is not the end of the world. There are surgical interventions, and there are lots of families out there that can help and want to help.
Well, he is so sweet, and Joseph's family believe firmly in the power of prayer, and they hope to help others stay positive and hopeful. We have a link to that support group on our website, WGRZ.com. And John and Jody, talk about overcoming great odds. To have your child born in that way, told he was going to die that day, and then to overcome that is amazing.
And to see him so happy and full of life, and Mom so grateful. Beautiful story, Mary.
Yeah, looks like every other 6-year-old.
Exactly.
Great story, Mary. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, Kevin O'Neill now is out, and if you're an American history buff, this is your day because he has you covered.
He is celebrating Western New York from Buffalo City Hall this morning. Hey, Kevin.
There we go. Whoops, maybe not. Well, a microphone problem, it looks like. There's nothing more frustrating than a Kevin O'Neill who cannot talk.
I understand some of the cheaper sets are having some audio difficulties, so I made a little adjustment with my microphone.
Good deal.
I love presidential trivia. That's why I now bestow this gift of knowledge onto you. We'll start off with the guy right behind me. Which president was a former mayor of Buffalo? Anybody?
Oh, Grover Cleveland.
That is correct, sir.
Also, sheriff of Erie County.
I love Grover Cleveland. I'm having some audio difficulty hearing you now, but what I love about Grover, he's the answer to a lot of different trivia questions. For instance, if you want sort of a trick question with presidents, that Barack Obama is the 44th president. However, only 43 men have been president. And that's because of Grover. He's counted twice. He's the 22nd and 24th president of the United States. He served non-consecutive terms. He also is the only president to get married in the White House. While president, he married a nice Buffalo girl. He found one. Frances Folsom got married at the age of 21. By far the youngest ever First Lady. Hi, how are you? I think they met in Chippewa, by the way. I just made that up. It's not true at all. But the Grover Cleveland has a strong Buffalo connection. All right, now this man lived in East Aurora, but he currently now resides in Forest Lawn. Got that one? Is Millard Fillmore. Millard Fillmore, our 13th president. And I would say maybe the most important, influential Western New Yorker ever, a wonderful ex-president around Buffalo. This guy who co-founded UB, did Millard Fillmore. The Buffalo and Erie County Historical Society. Think of all the live shots he's given me, Millard Fillmore. Also instrumental with the founding of a hospital in Buffalo. How about the Erie County SPCA, who's on the board of directors for that as well. So I actually have some more little fun facts about Buffalo and presidents as well, including some important events that happened 150 years ago this week. That's coming up later on this half hour.
Some big connections to Western New York. Kevin, thank you.
Interesting stuff. Kevin has fans up at 640 driving around just to see him in Delaware Square.
The horn. Yeah. we are rich in presidential history.
We are.
I mean, it is one of the neat things, and the more you dig in, the more you find out. And it's kind of neat that we brought some of that this morning. Mother Nature brought the snow this morning. Let's go to Doppler, show you that we do have a warning and advisory in effect, but those are likely going to break off here as we go through the morning hours. The snow is already breaking off. You can see there's not much left out there. Certainly not as intense as what we had just even a couple hours ago. North towns, you're okay. Lockport, Niagara, Orleans County, things have settled down there for a while. It'll still blow around a little bit. We do have some light snow in and around the city, and the south towns picking that up as well. And again, the wind's not really helping the situation there. Down there, the New York PA line, we've seen a break in the action, although you may get another piece as we go through the afternoon, especially over portions of McKean and Potter counties. The forecast today rolls out like this. We start off in the 20s. It's where we are right now, but then we'll be in the teens for much of the afternoon. Breezy and cold winds out of the northeast at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Nicest day of the week is Wednesday by far, and one of the nicest animals we've ever had on is Brian. And the reason is Margie says he plays ball by himself. Wow. Takes his ball to the top of the stairs, lets it roll down, goes gets it. Takes a ball to the top of the stairs, lets it roll down all day long. Now that's my kind of dog. As we look at these two, Siri in Lancaster sent them in, said Ina on the left is the dignified lady and Murphy on the right is the instigator. I can see that. Yeah. We're going to send you out to a short break. We're coming right back. Stay with us.
Tomorrow on Today, as the world waits to see what Kate will wear. Live in our studio, Princess Diana's wedding gown. Plus, her designer opens up.
What's the one thing you haven't told anybody about that day?
Only on Today.
It's Ellen's President's Day show from the Jersey Shore to California.
Hold on to your flagpoles, everybody. This is big.
Celebrate Washington, Lincoln, and Bush. Next, Ellen.
Monday at 4 on Channel 2.
Spread the word about Ford with actual owners. That's what I'm doing. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
You drive a Ford Fusion.
I do.
Want to go for a ride? You were embarrassing your father by parking a Honda in his driveway.
He was like, thank God you finally got a Ford.
What kind of mileage you get?
You get great mileage. What I really love is the sync. You can hands-free everything. It gives you directions. I love it.
Spread the word, because now you can lease a Fusion for as little as $159 a month. That's just $159 a month.
Describe your life before the Fusion and make it sad.
After 30 years, Rose's Home Stores are about to close forever. We invite you to one last Red, White, and Blue Blast, our final President's Day weekend ever, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and President's Day Monday. The Chapter 11 bankruptcy heats up with extra final President's Day discounts on all fine furniture, bedding, and appliances. That's on top of our already low going out of business prices. Check it out, authentic Oriental rugs at an insane 65% off. It's our last Red, White, and Blue Blast. Our final President's Day weekend ever, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at Rose's Home Stores. In bankruptcy and going out of business forever.
Like most Americans, I'm concerned about the future of our country. So how can we help? When we buy United Refining Company gasoline and diesel at Quick Fill, both made with 100% North American crude oil, we strengthen our nation by putting our own economy first. Our businesses, our families, and our future depend upon a strong America. Buy American-made gasoline at Quick Fill.
Your town, your community, your website. To Your Town on WGRZ.com. Get customized news from your neighborhood or sign up to contribute info about your hometown. To Your Town on WGRZ.com.
Welcome to West Her Toyota, Buffalo's #1 and #2 volume Toyota dealerships. Right now at West Her Toyota, get 0% for 60 months plus $500 in Toyota down payment assistance on both new 2011 Camry and new 2010 Corolla. Plus, a complimentary 2-year maintenance plan from Toyota is standard with the purchase or lease of any new 2010 or 2011 Toyota. Plus, it's not just a Toyota, it's a West Her Toyota.
Welcome to West Her, New York.
Lakeshore Savings Bank, putting people first.
Well, good morning and welcome back. It is 6:45 on Daybreak. Here's a countdown of the top 3 stories happening today.
And number 3, good news for drivers this morning. The intersection of Colvin Boulevard and 96th Street will be reopened today. It was closed several weeks ago for routine pipeline maintenance. The repairs are complete and the road's now open to traffic.
And number 2, after a few days of warmer spring-like weather, Old Man Winter's making a return. A winter weather advisory is in effect for northern portions of western New York. A winter storm warning is in effect for counties to the south. Both expire at 11 a.m.
And the number 1 story happening today, grief counselors will be on hand at Albion Central Schools to help students there cope with the murder of a classmate. The body of 15-year-old Catherine Sanchez was found by police Saturday. Sanchez's brother-in-law, 21-year-old Carlos Cardenas, admitted to sexually assaulting and murdering her back in January.
6:46 on Daybreak. Time now for a check on the Monday morning commute with Traffic Tracker 2. Christy, good morning.
Hi, good morning, John and Jody. Well, good news and bad news. Bad news first, the roads are not great. Good news is that it is a holiday, so the volume that you usually see is not really going to be there. So if you do have to go anywhere today, the road should be okay as far as volume, but give yourself a little extra time to deal with the snow. Here's a look at what the roads look like right now. There was an accident earlier this morning at the 90 westbound, right at the 190 split. It is still in place there, and they have the right lane blocked off a little bit. But like I said, volume is low, so it isn't causing too many delays yet. If it's in place for too much longer, well, that could change. And moving on here, we have a look at the 33 right at Harlem. There we go. Volume there is picking up a little bit, and you can see there is still some snow on the road, so be careful that it could be slippery through there. And lastly, here's a look at the 290 right at Parker. It'll switch. Or not, but I promise there was 290 at Parker, and that road was a little bit snowy as well. Plows have been through there, but they could use to go, or could be some good help to go through there again. 644-2222 is the number to let me know about any traffic problems. John and Jody, over to you.
All right, we trust you on that one. In this morning's product test, Mary is testing some birthday candles with a unique twist.
The candles promise to burn with colored flames. As always, remember, your results may vary.
Let's celebrate. No reason, really, just for the heck of it. And to test out these candles. We bought the Color Flame candles at Tops for $3.99. Now, they're supposed to burn with red, blue, purple, or green flames. Get it? The flame matches the actual color of the candle.
That's a showstopper. I can't wait to see it.
Put the little candle in the tiny little candle holder.
Hurt.
Just be careful. Put a few candles on and light them. It really is tough to see, but the red candle does have a red flame. Go figure. The purple one, though, does have a purple flame. Sort of. At first. Directions say for best results, turn off the lights. Who knew? Our interview by candlelight.
Because they look like every other candle I've ever seen on a birthday cake.
Really?
I don't see any difference in the color. I don't see any, magic dripping, holding thing going on.
Again, nothing to celebrate, just life.
Yeah, we're having a big...
It's not really his birthday. Don't tell him happy birthday.
Oh.
Still John's wish.
But we'll expose the truth, won't we?
Yeah. And so we did.
Happy birthday to me.
The color flame candles are like any other candle, just regular. Thumbs up that they light, down for the color flame claim. Well, there you go. Tomorrow morning, a cheese grater with a twist. Our tester, I'll give you a clue, loved the product. We'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Back to the candles. They're just like any other candle.
Good cake, bad candle.
Good cake, bad candle.
Yeah,
it didn't look like they did much.
Yeah, that cake was gone in 2 seconds flat in this newsroom, too.
Yeah, we tested the heck out of that cake.
Not the candles, though.
But it wasn't your birthday. We should get that right up.
Oh, Starch. My birthday is tomorrow, actually.
It is not.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Mary.
You're back.
Yeah. If you have a birthday this week, Wednesday would be the day that you want that. Take a look at the 5-day forecast as we get you going. We always give you that look ahead to let you plan your weekend. A lot of folks are off this week. At least the kids are. The parents might not be, but either way, we do have a bit of snow out there, so if you want to do some sledding, Mother Nature's going to make that available for you. We did see some grass over the weekend as we melted things off. 20s are probably here and gone this morning, but so is the snow. Tomorrow morning we'll start at 10, then we're up to 20, a rather chilly Tuesday with limited sunshine and a few clouds out there as well. Wednesday is the nicest day, hands down. Even though we're starting at 8, we're going to make a nice rise in the afternoon, and it looks like by Thursday we're close to 40 degrees. Let's get into the temperatures this morning. I mentioned we're in the 20s right now, but the teens not far away. We're only going to hold there for a few minutes. Let's go to Doppler. We still have a advisory and a warning up, and that is going to be about, these are the totals we're going to see. Most of this is already on the ground. Not much in the north towns. We still have a swath of snow that's making its way across central Erie County. This extends just from south of the city near the Ford plant right on down to Springville, and this will eventually taper off as we go through the day. Back to the northeast view. If you're doing some, I should talk about the wind chills this morning because they are a bit brisk. We're down to 4 degrees in Buffalo. Feels like 5 in the Falls is there. I didn't want to try not to talk about the wind chill this time of year if we can do without it. Here's all the snow over the last 12 hours. This is the break that's going to come through, but it also ushers in the colder air. We're going to keep the cloud cover around. Here's the forecast for the day today. From 24 to 18, it does not get warmer. It gets a little colder during the day. The winds will pick up a bit as well, and that is going to keep that bite in the air. We're going to drop down towards the single digits tonight. Here we go. 7 o'clock this morning. Still some snow out there, but that exits rather quickly. We may see a bit more in central Pennsylvania, maybe kissing the border here between Pennsylvania and New York with a few flurries, but that's about it. As Kevin comes in, he's going to be watching things settle down. Then we're going to try to figure out how much sun we're going to get on Tuesday. It looks like we will have some. Wednesday's the better bet for the sun, but either way, it's going to be a chilly start for the next 2 days. Right on into Wednesday, you notice that there's no precip headed our direction. A chilly start tomorrow, so bundle up for winter. It does not warm up in the afternoon. Sun and clouds. The wind's not too bad out of the northeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. 7-day forecast as we spell that out for you. As I mentioned, Wednesday is the nicest one there. We'll jump up to 40 on Thursday. Clouds fill in, and the chance for a bit of rain as we head into Friday. The weekend should be back in the 20s. Let's swing you out to a short break. Stick around. We're coming right back for the end of the show.
As Seen on TV is brought to you by FWS Home Furnishings, Western New York's only closeout specialist. Huge savings right now at FWS. Buy 2 or 3 items, save the tax. 4 or 5 items, save twice the tax. 6 items or more saves you 3 times the tax.
Balance your budget during the Chrysler Jeep President Celebration event at Mullane Motors with great deals. Like this 2011 Dodge Journey. Redesigned inside and out. Lease it for just $274 per month.
Fellow Western New Yorkers, we want to be your car.
It was so intimidating.
I was worried about being audited.
It was so
complicated. I just didn't understand.
I'm Esther Galise, the tax lady. We asked people how they felt about doing their own taxes. Then we asked them how they felt about using EG Tax.
It was painless. They really put my mind at ease.
They were quick. I usually spend weeks on my taxes.
I could tell EG Tax really knew what they were doing.
Our staff is fully registered with the IRS, and our fees average $100 less than the national firms.
Put your mind at ease. Come join our family.
The latest Sesame Street live show is coming to a stage near you. Your whole family won't want to miss 1, 2, 3 Imagine with Elmo and Friends.
Playing at Shays Performing Arts Center March 2nd through 6th. Great seats under $20. Tickets on sale now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
In honor of President's Day, we decided to have a little celebration that puts you on the receiving end of some great deals.
Happy birthday to the presidents. Happy birthday to you.
But hurry, this event won't last long. For great leases and low financing, see your Honda dealer today.
Empire Vision Centers thinks that if one is good, then two is twice as nice. So how about 2 complete pair of glasses for only $99? 2 for you or a pair to share. We even have no-line bifocals, 2 pair for $179. Empire Vision Centers. Why pay more?
What are you looking for from your Nissan dealer? No nonsense price? When you come to Capolino's, we'll give you the straightforward approach and the price you're looking for.
Work out and lease a 2011 Nissan Sentra 2.0S for just $99 a month, or 2011 Rogue S for $179 a month. Only at Capolino Niagara Nissan.
Work it out at Capolino's or capolino.net.
Another bad report card.
I hate school.
We grounded you, got tutors.
You think I want to fail?
I should have done this before.
Huntington Learning Center.
My son is struggling in school.
You made the right call. We get to the heart of the problem and then construct a program that will build his skills, confidence, and motivation. He will really improve. You'll see.
Call Huntington Learning Center today at 400-0222. The sooner you call, the sooner your child can learn.
Balance your budget during the Chrysler Jeep President Celebration event at Mullane Motors with great deals. Like this 2011 Dodge Journey. Redesigned inside and out. Lease it for just $274 per month.
Fellow Western New Yorkers, we want to be your car dealer.
Kevin O'Neill celebrating Buffalo's history downtown this morning.
Hey, Kev.
And celebrating my new car by rolling up the rim. Come on, baby, beat her. Beat her. Hey, I want a coffee. I think they front-loaded with winners. Yeah, not bad, huh? Still no car. Still waiting. There are 2 of the 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore who have pretty strong connections to Buffalo. Theodore Roosevelt, of course, took the oath of office in Buffalo following the assassination of William McKinley, shot by a guy from Detroit, by the way, I'll have you know. And, of course, if you never know the name of the tall, pointy thing, the obelisk in front of City Hall, that is the McKinley Monument. Also, Abraham Lincoln persuaded, I think we had the story last week, and Pete Galvin did a great story on this a few years ago. Abraham Lincoln persuaded to grow a beard by a Chautauqua County girl. Grace Bedell wrote him a letter. As a matter of fact, in his inaugural train ride, Abraham Lincoln asked to meet with little Grace and personally thanked her for persuading me to grow a beard. So happy President's Day. Tomorrow, we celebrate Chautauqua County tomorrow at Southern Tier Brewing Company.
Good stuff, Kevin. Thanks. That's going to do it today. See you tomorrow.
Hurt in a car? Call William Attar, 444-4444.